Hi everyone. Today, EQ versus IQ is on my mind. Everybody kind of knows what IQ is, for sure. Intellectual quotient. Einstein, Bill Gates, all these people with super over-the-top left brain intelligence, which is IQ. And EQ, a lot of us have heard of that too. That's emotional quotient. That's how do you get along with other people? How do you make your life work? How do you prioritize? How do you problem solve? How do you become happy? I was just having lunch with a friend of mine the other day. Shout out, you know who you are. And she said, well, how do I really know when I'm happy? And that's a complicated question, except it's also very simple. What brings you joy inside? What turns you on inside? So often we think of happiness as being external. One of the things she said was watching fun videos of funny animals just cracks her up and brings her joy. Well, that's even external. What do you do when there's no videos available? What do you do when you're not getting that next promotion, when you're not able to hang out with your friends that make you laugh? Well, the very first thing I think I want to focus on is you. You. Learning to love yourself. Might sound cliche, but it's so important, it's so critical, and it's so EQ. When you start to acknowledge great things about yourself and really genuinely enjoy hanging out with you, then you can become happier. So I think in all of our lives, we're taught to listen to that negative voice that judges, that voice that tells us everything that's wrong with us. Like, you have an amazing day, 10 incredibly wonderful things happen, and one negative thing happens, like you heard somebody said something negative about you or was talking behind your back. What do you focus on? The negative. Your child or you get all A's on a report card and 1 D. What does everybody focus on? They focus on the D. They focus on the thing that brings them the most pain and is most uncomfortable and hurts their self-esteem the most. Why not focus on the greatness and the strengths in you and make those exceptional, genius, over the top? Because if we focused on the genius in our kids right off the bat and started developing where they're already strong and making that strength even stronger, then you get the Tiger Woods athletes that started at 4. You get the Michael Jacksons that started younger. You get exceptional talent in different ways because that's where the focus was. Do you think it's important that Michael Jordan might not have been great in geometry or math? Does that matter? Is that affecting his life in any way? So I'm asking you to focus on what you're great at. And maybe that's listening to people. Maybe it's making people feel good about themselves. Maybe it's comforting someone or making somebody laugh. Maybe it's your physicality. You do things and help people out. There are so many ways that we have natural things that we're good at, that we like to do, that we discount. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think of, and if you don't want to think of it, write it down, 10 amazing things about you. And when you look at the things about you, think of examples in your life that back that. Because we don't do that. We focus on the things that aren't working. And I want you to change that. And when you change that inside yourself and really acknowledge how amazing you really are in so many different ways, it's a game changer. It's a happiness game changer. So I also want to give an acknowledgement to you, to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. I would have never guessed in my wildest dreams that you'd be subscribing to my channel. It means the world to me. And if you haven't subscribed and you like this video or would like some more of this kind of stuff, just hit subscribe right under this video. Thank you so much for being here, for being you, and get your, what? Your happy on.